Okay. So the question now being posed is, so are you saying that there is no pan-Orthodox support for the council without decisions by these different holy synods?
Yeah, this is really important to understand. Pan-Orthodox support for the council exists only in terms of their representatives of the churches signing on the documents, but that's not an Orthodox way of operating. So no, there isn't pan-Orthodox support for the council as long as there's not, as long as it's not gone through the process of the holy synods of the local churches supporting it. And it's very characteristic that in the Church of Bulgaria, the example of the Church of Bulgaria, there was true unanimity of all the bishops not to go to the council and not participate because of the way it had gone about, because it was very difficult to make, as I'll talk about now, it's very difficult to make any changes in the council texts, and that the texts themselves are totally unacceptable. So, but that was made as a synodical decision of all the bishops of Bulgaria. And isn't that what we want? We want a synodical system. We want a conciliar system. We want everybody to be involved. We want all the bishops to partake in the decisions of the church. I thought that was what Orthodox was all about. So if that doesn't exist on every local church, then why, on what basis can we talk about a pan-Orthodox decision? But also just to note this, because people don't know this, the churches of Georgia and Antioch actually never agreed to all of the texts. They have two texts that they disagreed with, and that was the case in January. That was the case in October. They did not accept one of the texts dealing with the mission of the Orthodox Church. They did not accept it because it says in there that it basically changes the decision of an ecumenical council in terms of Christian marriage. And they said this is unacceptable because the decision has been made in the ecumenical council. The point is that two local churches actually, even in January, when they say we have a pan-Orthodox decision, they didn't agree. They didn't sign on the dotted line. Church of Antioch for 3 years has been saying that we have to have reconciliation with the Church of Jerusalem. They have a dispute, and before we can go to the church, the council in Crete. That was ignored. That was ignored. So there are at least two local churches that never agreed with one of the texts and with the calling of the council without certain things happening before the council came to pass. So no, we do not have a pan-Orthodox consensus and agreement. If you look at the details, if you go beyond just the headlines, and you look at the details, and you know the history of the question the last 6 months, there was never true 100% pan-Orthodox agreement for this council in Crete.